What's up, top tier contractors? I'm about to share with you the exact caption templates that successful contractors use to turn their social media posts into a lead generating machine. And I'm not talking about a generic great job today caption. I'm talking about storytelling frameworks that makes homeowners stop scrolling and reach out to you. I'm gonna give you my 7 plug and play caption templates that you can use immediately, plus the psychology behind why they work so well. Here's the thing most contractors get wrong about social media. They think that photos or no context video does all the work. You post a beautiful before and after, maybe another satisfied customer, and call it a day. But here's what's actually happening. Homeowners are scrolling through hundreds of posts every day. Your content might catch their eye for 2 seconds, but your captions, that's what builds trust. It makes them think that, oh, this contractor gets me. This contractor understands my problems. I need to call them. The difference between a contractor who gets 2 leads a month from social media and one who gets more than 10, it's not just about better content. It's also about their brand voice. And I'm going to prove that to you today. When a homeowner is looking at your posts, what's really going through their mind? Think about it. They're not just admiring your craftsmanship, although that's important too. They're asking themselves 3 critical questions. Does this contractor understand my specific problems? Can I trust them to handle my project without screwing it up? Do they have the expertise and professionalism I'm looking for? Your captions can speak directly to them and answer these questions. When you tell the story behind the content, when you explain your process, when you address common concerns, that's when a homeowner starts to see you as an expert they need to hire. Too many contractors are just posting random content. I see it every single day. But not everyone can tell the story of how they solved the problem, overcame a challenge, or transformed someone's life through their work. You want to separate yourself from every contractor in the area, so you're not going to post like that. The first and most powerful framework is what I like to call the project story framework. Every project you do is actually a story with 5 key elements, and when you structure your captions this way, homeowners can't help but engage. Here's the framework. You have a hook, you have a problem, you have a solution, you have a transformation, and an easy call to action. So I'm going to break this down with a real example. Let's say that you're doing a bathroom remodel, right? This homeowner called us in tears. That's your hook. They were tired of their outdated bathroom that leaked every time they showered, had moldy tile, and made them embarrassed to have guests over. That's the problem. Our team stepped in with a complete gut renovation, new plumbing, modern tile, upgraded fixtures, and a proper waterproofing. That's the solution. Now, their master bathroom is their favorite room in the house, and they can actually look forward to their morning routine. If you've been thinking about upgrading your bathroom, send us a message. Your project could be next. Easy call to action, making yourself approachable is what people want to know when they're watching your content. The homeowner can already read this and can picture themselves in that story if they're having the same problem. They're thinking about, that sounds exactly like my bathroom. Here's template number 1 that you can copy and paste. Insert whatever the homeowner's situation or problem is. They were tired of, include your pain point. Our team stepped in and include that solution. Now their whatever space that you're working on or home project you're working on is talk about that transformation. If you're thinking about upgrading your service area, send us a message. Your project could be next. Okay, here's template number 2 for those before and after content. Before, describe before conditions. 2, describe after conditions. Every project tells a story. And this one ended with include that transformation. Thinking about your own kitchen upgrade, bathroom upgrade, floors upgrade, whatever you want to add as that service in there. Let's talk about how we can help you on your next project. Now, this is true. Not every post needs to be about a massive transformation. Some of your best content can come from showing your process, your expertise, or even your personality. This is where behind the scenes storytelling comes in. I'm going to give you 3 sub frameworks that works incredibly well. Start with showing how you do the work that others don't see. Let's get into template number 3. Not many people see this part of the job. Explain that process. These details are what makes the difference in a long-lasting, quality, beautiful, whatever results you want to sell, that's what you're going to include there. That's why homeowners trust us with their include that service. Let's get into this example. Not many people see this part of the job, but we always install moisture barriers behind tiles in wet areas. These differences are what make the difference in long-lasting results. That's why homeowners trust us with their bathroom renovations. You have to educate while showing authority. Template number 4, homeowners often ask us about include a common issue. Here's the truth. Include the tip or an explanation. Knowing this can save you time, money, and stress on your next project. You can share what projects teaches you. So template number 5 is every project teaches us something. On this one, we learned whatever lesson or takeaway. That's why we talk about whatever your approach is on a project, talking specifically about the one you just mentioned. It's the little things that make a big difference in the end. These templates position you as an expert who cares about quality, not just a contractor who shows up and gets the job done, collects the money, and gets up out of there. Here's a gold mine that most contractors completely ignore, and I use this for all of my clients. Your frequently asked questions. Homeowners ask you the same question over and over and over, right? Turn these into social media posts. This is going to serve as 2 purposes. It educates potential customers, and it saves you time because you're answering common questions before people even call. Here's the framework. State the question, answer clearly and simply, add credibility through your experience, and then an easy call to action. So template number 6 is how long does insert the service that you want to talk about takes. On average, talk about that project type takes X amount of whatever time frame depending on a variable because every project is different. We all know this, but homeowners don't. We make sure to include a selling point because you want to make sure that you stand out from your unique approach. If you're thinking about starting a project soon, message us. Easy call to action. Template number 7 can be for cost questions. Homeowners ask, how much does it cost to include the service? The answer is, it depends on include the factors because every project is different. What we can promise is insert the value you provide on a project like the one that you were just talking about. If you want a clear idea, send us a message and we'll get you a free estimate. Easy call to actions all the way through, easy to read, and then it still is approachable. Notice how these templates acknowledge that every project is different while still providing valuable information. Now let's talk about calls to action. A lot of contractors make themselves sound way too salesy, like they're on a billboard or a commercial. It's disgusting. And then you have contractors that are afraid to ask for the next step because they don't want to sound like that either. But if someone is engaged enough to read your entire caption, they're interested. Give them that next step. You don't have to say it in the video. You can say it in the captions. And the key is making your call to actions feel natural and just inviting. So here's some examples. Send us a message if you're thinking about include that service. Drop or comment if this is your dream transformation. Tag someone who needs this project done. Maybe a friend could refer a friend. Thinking about upgrading your whatever space you was just talking about in that content? Let's chat. Pretty easy, right? Here's your implementation roadmap. First, pick a framework, project story, behind the scenes, or a frequently asked question. Second, fill in one of the templates I've given you. Third, pair with one of the visual content. Fourth, post consistently. Please post consistently. Aim for 3 times per week, mix in different types of content with what I've given you. And finally, refine your approach by noticing which content post gets the most attention. Your expertise as a contractor is already there. Your project, your work already speaks for itself. But in today's digital age, you need to be able to communicate that expertise through your captions because that's how social media is ranking if your content is valuable to continue to share with more people. These templates give you the framework to tell your story in a way that builds trust, always demonstrates authority, and attracts those qualified leads. Your brand is about how you show up online and communicate your value. Start using these caption templates today, and I guarantee you'll start seeing homeowners view you as the go-to contractor in your area. If this video was helpful, smash the like button, subscribe for more marketing and brand positioning tips specifically for contractors, and drop your comment below. Which template are you most excited to try first? I read every comment, and I'd love to hear from you. I'll see you guys on the next one.